Well, I've been to China many times, probably Shanghai 5 or 6 times now. It's a place I really enjoy coming to. I love China. I get to see a lot of my fans, as you say, and 1 or 2 business opportunities as well are over here in China. So it's a lovely place, and I'm pleased to be here yet again. I've been many places in China: Wuhan, Beijing, Guangzhou, obviously Shanghai, Hong Kong, if that's classed as China. I've been quite a few places. I think it's very nice. I think it's slightly different, Shanghai, to other parts of China. It's parts of it that are more westernized than the rest of China. But I love coming over to China. I like, the weather. I like the food. Even now when it's a little bit colder, it's much better than in England. We have cold and rain and wind. At least it's only cold here, so it's great. But I love sightseeing, and a lot of the hotels are very beautiful as well. Well, I do quite a few things now I've retired. As you say, football is part of my life still. I still commentate on the football back home. I also look after a lot of good young players and manage their careers. And then outside of that, I have a racing stables which I run. And then 4 children, lots of visits to different parts of the world, mainly Asia, for different sponsors and different things like that. So still very busy. I think I bought my horse racing stables about 10 years ago as an old farm, and I've just over time developed it into what it is today. And now I think we're very lucky, or I'm very lucky to own a place that is very successful. We train lots of good winners and big winners around the world. So it's a passion of mine that I started off quite a long time ago, and it's nice now to be seeing it working and it being very successful. Well, I think I've always been interested in horse racing. I'm always interested in any sports really, but horse racing is very similar to football in many ways, in that you have to train athletes to perform at a really high level. Unfortunately with horses they don't talk, so it's very difficult to understand them, and that's where the expertise comes in. So I think it's a very interesting sport. You can socialise with so many friends and people when you're watching the racing, but also the day-to-day, the training involvement is very exciting. Yes, Sir Alex Ferguson owns 2 horses at my stables, and he's very passionate as well about horses. It's an important sport in England. Everybody is interested in horse racing. Lots of famous people own horses, and I'm pleased to say that lots of them choose to have horses at my stables. Yes, when I'm not commentating on football, then I still have to take an interest and watch football and understand who's playing and where they play, because that's part of my job nowadays. So yeah, I like to relax, I like to watch the football, but I also like to spend time with my friends, so this is a perfect location for me. Well, obviously Spey whiskey is the right beverage, but I don't know really. Football is probably, if you go to a football match, it's very traditional to drink a hot drink called Bovril back in England. It's I'm not sure whether you have the equivalent drink over here in Asia, and lots of people eat things that are very warm, because football is obviously a winter sport. Now if you're watching at home, then you could be eating anything. Probably my favourite would be I don't know, with all my children, if I can get them to watch them, maybe I have to give them some chocolate to watch, and I'll pinch a bit myself. Yeah, I'm really keen to try different foods, different drinks. I think when you travel around the world, I think it's important that you have an understanding of the different cultures, and I quite like to try things. That's not to say I like everything, but I do like to try. And obviously since I've been retired, I've been able to try different things, maybe things that I wouldn't have tried while I was a football player, and obviously whiskey is one of those, and it's taken me by surprise how big an industry, how good a product, and what a fantastic sort of partnership I have with Spey Whiskey. They do a single malt whiskey, which is the best in my opinion, and so I think there's lots of different things, lots of tastes that that you acquire when you finish playing football, that you develop, and certainly love going to China because they have so many new cuisines as well. So I'm sure we'll be trying some more restaurants while we're here. Well, I think there's a general rule that you don't drink any alcohol 3 days before a game in England, and that is, you know, something that you accept. It's something that you're a professional football player and you have to prepare properly for different games. But as I say, now I'm retired, it opens up different avenues that you couldn't maybe sample before, and new experiences, and so that's one of the positives for stopping playing football. Well, I think the similarities are in any job really, in any business. You try to get the best you can be, and it's down to having a talent. It's down to working hard at that talent, developing that special gift that you have, and then being able to perform, maybe doing it on the big stage, doing it consistently when it's important. All of these different attributes contribute to being a good businessman, a good football player. And obviously now I've finished playing football, hopefully I take some of those skills into other businesses I do. Well, I think when you have a natural skill for doing something, I suppose it is a little bit easier, but then again the pressure is higher as well. So I think playing football was probably easier to get to the top than maybe doing other jobs, for me, just because that was the talent that was passed down to me from my parents. That's right, yeah, I have 4 children. I'm one of 5 children myself, and I have a very close family, so it's great that I can spend time with my family. Last year was the first Christmas I've had to spend with my family since I was about 16, because it was just football all the time, and you have to work over Christmas in football. So yeah, so it's great to spend time with my family, and more time with my family, and obviously raising 4 children is a very important part of that as well. Well, the only time we really travel together is for holidays. I think it's, you know, to take them all over the world for 1 or 2 days here and there, it's very difficult, especially when they're only small. So the only time we go away is together is when we go on holiday together. No, my children have never been to China. In fact, this time I brought my dad over because he's very keen on travelling, and I wanted to bring him over to show him where I travel to quite often, and so he's seeing the sights of Shanghai and really enjoying himself as well. But my children haven't travelled yet. Maybe when they're a little bit older. Yeah, I'd have to be staying for quite a long time for me to bring them, because 1 or 2 days it's a full day to travel over basically, and they're still only very young. So I will bring them one day. My boy loves football. Yeah, he's 8. He's called James, and he loves playing football. He's in his local team and plays for his school team, and he likes watching football and buying the football kits and pretending to be a football player. So yeah, he's starting to get the football bug. My girls, they don't really like it. If I watch it on the telly, they always want it to turn over to their programmes, but so it's only James that likes it. My eldest 2, Gemma, who's 11, she totally understands what I used to do, but it doesn't mean she likes watching it. She just thinks it's interesting that her dad used to be a football player, and finds it very interesting when I walk down the street and people stop me for autographs or photographs, and she finds all that pretty strange. And same with my boy, really. He understands that I was a football player and wants to be a football player himself. So, but I think my younger 2 and don't really understand yet. I will support all my children to do whatever they want, really. It's a very difficult career to be a professional footballer, and you know, it's only when you look back you think how hard it is and how much pressure there is. But if he wants to be a football player, then I would support him, and it gives me a lot of pride when I watch him running around, the pitches and scoring goals and playing football. And I probably didn't realise myself when I was a football player how much pride it gives to my mum and dad, because it's so good to watch him running around with his friends and enjoying himself. Well, we flew over. We left England on Sunday, and we go back on Friday this time. So it's a trip to celebrate my birthday, which is later on in the week with Spey, and it's also obviously leading up to Christmas. So we've just come for 4 or 5 days this time, and we, as always, we always try to do as much as we can, visit as many places as we can, and this time will be no different. Well, I think Spey have organised for a party in Shanghai, and then also to have a fans meet and greet. So Spey have been busy sending out invites and doing competitions for fans and things like that. So hopefully I can meet quite a few fans on my trip this time. That's right. Yeah, obviously in the UK, it's Christmas time is a real time to spend with your family, and I've also heard that since I've left, the weather's turning really cold, and they're saying that it might be snowing soon. So I think I'm in the right place out here in Shanghai for the moment. But yeah, I'll be flying home to spend Christmas with the family. Yeah, it's a secret. Yeah, they might see this program before Christmas and know what. But no, I think my son James, he wants a bike, so I think Father Christmas will be bringing him a bike. And then I know my eldest girl just wants clothes, and my next girl, she wants an iPad, which might be a bit expensive, so I'm not sure whether Father Christmas will bring that or not. But and then my baby, my younger girl, she just likes any toys. So yeah, it's more of a question as what Father Christmas is going to bring for me. This more alcohol, please. Hi Darway, it's Michael Owen speaking. I've just signed a shirt for you. I've heard you're a big Liverpool fan. I'm glad that one day I play for Liverpool, and it's such a special club. I can understand how you're such a special supporter for them. So good luck. I hope you enjoy the shirt and keep supporting Liverpool.